Hello, and welcome to an explanation of the 3 anodamine stages of protection. Let's take a look at the typical power plant cycle environment where there is no anodamine protection present. There exists virgin base metal, a protective oxide, a semi-protective oxide, and a fluid boundary layer. The virgin base metal and all the oxide layers as shown are prone to corrosion. There are typically harmful contaminants, such as sulfates and chlorides, trapped in the oxides due to poor makeup water quality or condenser leak events. Upon initiating dosage, anodamine selectively permeates through all oxide layers to form a protective barrier on the virgin metal and protective oxide interface. Virgin base metal protection is achieved, and the release of trapped inorganic contaminants from the oxides begins in a process called cycle clearance. The anodamine, shown in red, selectively permeates the oxides to form a protective barrier at the virgin base metal. The contaminants previously trapped in the oxide layers are released, which can result in elevated case-level readings. It is important to note that base metal protection is achieved throughout the cycle during stage 1 with proper OEM compliance. Stage 2 of anodamine protection occurs when cycle clearance ends or the inorganic contaminants have been completely released and case levels stabilize. During stage 2 of anodamine protection, anodamine continues to build protection from the virgin metal through the protective and semi-porous protective oxides. As anodamine builds protection in stage 2, the oxide particles consolidate to form a more tenacious oxide layer. Anodamine also achieves specialized protection, since the contaminants previously trapped in the oxides are released during this stage, and risks of under-deposit corrosion mechanisms are mitigated. The final stage of anodamine protection is achieved when hydrophobicity is observed on the base metal and all surface oxides throughout the entire steam-water cycle. It is important to note how the morphology of the oxides is fundamentally changed from hydrophilic to hydrophobic. As stage 3 is achieved, anodamine begins providing full, unrivaled protection throughout the entire steam-water cycle. Once stage 3 is achieved, one can expect improved reliability and availability of plant assets through prolonged polisher runs, removal of costly layup controls, reduction of chemistry holds on startup, and ultimately the protection of your most important assets, your personnel and the environment.